So when I was writing it, I didn't know that I'd be working with JJ. I was putting together a different project at the time, and I had a little space, and I had the idea, and I was like, oh, I want to put this down on paper. We shared it with Anne Hathaway and with JJ, and then his team at Bad Robot. They responded very positively, and we just had a very lucky chain reaction of events that allowed us to work together and to put the movie together.
What kind of movies were you guys discussing as you were filming?
Poltergeist was literally
Really?
the touchstone, because it was I know it's dinosaurs, but that family dynamic, the suburbs, that era, obviously. So there's something about it that feels like it's really embracing that family that you could imagine yourself being part of, suddenly put through something insane. Even the way Michael Giacchino, I think that his score is a nod, at least in some ways, to Goldsmith.
Yes, he's incredible and just brought out a really amazing range of feelings through his music. Working with him, having him playing just the beginning of his ideas for some of these themes. Again, like the main family theme, which I just love. There's just a real beauty to it. And then some of the sort of larger, more bombastic things were very exciting. When we were, recording with the orchestra, it was just a total dream.
You use the split diopter shot really smartly, I think, in this.
I just find it really exciting. There's something kind of delicious about a frame, the sort of sharpness of a background and a foreground element, and how it feels a little bit unreal, and it draws you in, and there's just that a little bit of extra love with some of those frames. It's not naturalistic. We feel it, but I think it's still exciting and interesting. It adds a layer, connecting us to not just the character that's talking, but the other family members, and us feeling like their presence in a stronger way. I'm a huge De Palma fan, so he used it in so many of his movies that I adore. One of the many inspiration points for this, Shyamalan's Signs is another one. Probably some of the late 70s, early 80s. Spielberg moved the ambulance of Harryhausen films like Valley of Gwangi, a lot of Twilight Zone episodes, just tonally, I think were inspiration.
How much of a headache was it to choreograph these sequences where human and dino interacting an arm's length?
The Allosaurus attack sequence is probably one of the more complicated and really important sequences in the film. Vital to feel the terror of it. There are so many structural moments that it has to move through, just traveling through this neighborhood, trying to find ways to move the camera that feel unique and interesting again, and then also the emotion of that sequence. So we'd storyboard, we do sort of primitive animation, finding the right locations, and then working with the actors and Jay Cooper, our VFX supervisor, and ILM, their guidance and their brain power on some of these issues, and trying to build out the sequences that I had written and had designed, and then finding a way to make that feel real.
Giant VFX sequences, challenging in all sorts of different ways. But when you have ILM and you've got that kind of experience and wisdom and resources, it's as hard as it can be, it's the luckiest problem to have is a problem when you have ILM on your side.
It's many people doing many really important jobs to be able to build that. And it's also having, Anne Hathaway or Ewan McGregor in these moments of terror or suspense, interacting with dinosaurs. We just believe them because of the level of performance that's happening. And that is a huge part of it.